see dead people. Aye, monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak though. Man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walk him down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch, ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pac, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul, I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches, go. The audience not dumb, shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep, I can go further, I promise. Ain't there some B-rest that's for bitchin'? You Malibu most wanted, ain't no love boy, you ball boy. Fresh Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes or over your foe. The other vaginal option, pussy, nigga better straighten they posture. Got favors all up in contact, might write this with a doctrine. Tell a pop star quit hiding, fuck a caption, won't action. No accident, I'm hands on, he fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grow, he was in jail, that's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central, nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena, that predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the roll label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie, here 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Ay, city is back up, it's a must, we outside. Ay. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You caught Future when you didn't see the club. Like, what? Little baby help you get your lingo up. What? 21 get your first street cred. Thug make you feel like you a slime in your head. Like, what? Quavo said you can be from Northside. What? 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth of the matter. It was God's plan to show y'all the liar. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV-ho. OV-ho. Say OV-ho. OV-ho. Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way.
All right, guys, listen up. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. There's a lot of fakes out here in this world, and when you spot them, you call them out. I've been chilling in the cut. I've been watching videos. I've been reading shit. I've been seeing this Pulte 2.0, this event that happened with PP Seeds and Bill Pulte and Vivek Von Swampy. and then, of course, Ian Carroll. So then I go ahead and go to my Twitter today. Mind you, I went to work today. Hey, Ian Carroll, how you doing? I have a job. I have a career. I work my ass off. But after my 10 hours, I come home to some tweets, and they're some bullshit. Oh, I went to the PP meetup because I wanted to meet like-minded investors. I wanted to see what was going on with Bed Bath & Beyond because I support the retail investor. Remember, I've been watching your videos since they started coming out. Oh, about 4 months ago when they hit the mainstream. We all know when you started catching fire. But 2 days ago, you posted a video on TikTok about Ryan Cohen being a CEO that makes $0. 2 days ago. I know, GameStop's pumping 2 days ago. You see, a capture of the moment is what you are. You're not a real one. You came out here and you said you've been buying shares since the blow up. You've been in GameStop since the beginning. You're DRS'd your shares. You believe in Ryan Cohen so much that you bought call contracts when he did. You bought Bed Bath & Beyond at 13 cents. You're in the middle of the road. You're in the fence to tell people, hey, retail investors, can't we all just get along? I watched every single one of your videos this afternoon. By the way, zero due diligence. It sounds like I would tell you spaghetti sales, right? Spaghetti art and info, where you just shout out shit and you don't know where you're going with it because you're a fake. You see, you can't fake it till you make it type style with me. When we sit here and we talk and we're going through it, come on, hey, I don't know, but let me go find out. Let me go do the homework on it. I would take that answer rather than you sit there on someone else's platform and push out the bullshit you just pushed out on Twitter and last night on the PP show. We already know the PP show, they know nothing. Everyone out there that watches that show watches it for the same reason you watch what I tell you. Plane crashes, car crashes, bum fights, girl fights, you name it. Why you watch those things? Because they're entertaining? Sure. That's what PP rides off as. The next Howard Stern, as he calls himself. The shock jock. $150,000 spent in 2 programs, 2 shows, 2 live streams where they had people there. And did you see it? Did you see it from the other camera angle? Like 80 people. 80 losers. Yes, they lost. You guys, it's by definition. It's not that they're losers in life. They just lost on an investment. Don't let it be the character of you or the merit of you. But let me ask you something here, Ian Carroll. As you're parading around town right now because you were the tallest guy on stage, what do you do for a living? Oh, you make videos. But you've been here since the beginning. Hey, I'm asking because the very first video that you ever mentioned, GameStop, was in December 28th, 2023. You got to be shitting me, kid. You've been involved in this since when? Since the beginning? You didn't talk about Bed Bath & Beyond and people getting manipulated and taken by private equity? You didn't choose to make a video about that. Your videos were generalizations about BlackRock and Vanguard owning the stock market. Thanks, genius. There's so much more to it than what you're doing. But you stood there in a crowd and you handed out thousands of dollars that weren't yours. That made you feel good? Oh, I'm going to pick this guy I met last night. And this guy I met just a little while ago. And this guy and this guy. And it's like, I'm going to share the same deodorant with PP seats. I mean, how sick are you? You couldn't get your pennies together and go down to CVS? Or were you in the woods that bad? Ian, my name is Marantz Rantz. And I don't let fakes come into the stream, come into the chat, and say the shit you say. You don't get to come in here and start making GameStop videos and be like, I've been here since the beginning. Okay, so where were you? Where was your first GameStop video? Was it year 3 that you finally decided to do it? Was it Ryan Cohen's 7th month of employment at zero pay that you finally decided to make that video? Is that what it was, or did you just find out? Like you just found out what DRS is about, right? Just in 2023. Hey, there's this thing going on where people are direct registering their shares, and GameStop, they have. Shut up. you have a fake platform and people watch you for whatever reason. Sure, they like the music you play in the background of the videos you do. You're not educating anyone. Maybe yourself. But I'll challenge you, Ian. I'll challenge you to a conversation about GameStop right now on any platform. And I'm not talking about in the future so you can prep. I'm talking right now. I put the link in the damn channel. Every channel you own, whether it's Cancel This Conspiracy, Cancel This Clothing Company, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's Twitter, TikTok. I don't give a shit if it's Carrier Pigeon. I'm down to do it right now. Let's talk GameStop. Let's talk your bullshit Bed Bath & Beyond. Let's talk about how these companies were taken by private equity. And I'm talking about stat for stat, name for name, definition for definition. And don't give me your edits and cuts. I went into Bed Bath & Beyond, PPC's show, all 7 of the Circle Jerk guys went in for the male orgy, and guess what? No cum was on me, babe. They couldn't get it up. They can't get it. Oh, is that reference too strong for you? Guess what? I don't give a shit. We're adults here. No one wants to come in here and push out the bullshit they're pushing out. Because I'll stop you dead in your tracks. You're going to tell me that you want to fight for the little guy? You're going to fight for the retail investor, and you're on the same stage with Bill Pulte and Vivek Ramaswamy? You're talking about the farmer bro himself, billions and hundreds of millions of dollars, and you're talking about Bill Pulte, Pulte Homes, Elliott Management, who put him in the board of directors of same said company while he was making $200,000 a year for doing what? Voting along party lines, cashing out shares of his grandfather's company? I'm asking. I'm not accusing. I'm not assuming. I'm asking questions here. But I do know he doesn't work with the company anymore, but yet it's his legacy, his name, and he loves his grandfather so much that he's trying to get it back. What the hell happened? What happened in 2020? How did you get pushed out of your own company? What did you do or what didn't you do? But you don't ask those questions when you're on stage. You stand there and say, oh, I'm here to help you guys out. Help yourself out. Self-serving. That's what it feels like. And then when people question you on Twitter and you say they have low IQ, what makes you think you have superior IQ? Here, I'll do this one for you, Ian Carroll. Get on the mic and tell me who you are. Tell me what you're about, where you come from, your upbringing, your education, maybe your experience in life. Get on the mic. I bet you won't do it. I bet you won't do it because when you're standing there with a trust fund baby and a VR arcade guy who's never had any real life experience other than failure, the same individuals that promote doxing and attacking people's families, children, all of it, my wife, myself, my child, information doxed into the internet by those same said people that you're surrounding yourself with in that airplane hangar. That's just me personally. I'm not even speaking for all the other people. Where they literally said, PPCs wrote, let's start a GoFundMe to dox all these mother effers. That's what you want to do. An enterprise of internet bullying. Hi, I'm just one man that stands up for the better man. My name is Marantz Rantz, and you're welcome to it. You know where to find me. Or maybe you don't. YouTube, TikTok, GameStop, everything of the above. Marantz Rantz on YouTube. Welcome to it.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, assume position. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
Welcome to it. I'm not live on TikTok right now, guys, because TikTok banned me from saying the R word. I think. I don't know, and I don't care. But I'll get on TikTok. I think my ban is lifted tomorrow. You know I'm a real villain out here in these streets. Are you kidding? I speak too much truth. Private equity's got me on speed dial. See, yo, Marantz is live. How do we suppress that? Good luck. Hey, listen, it's all personal. Ian Carroll, take it personal. It's all personal, okay? I don't like you, bro. I don't like what you look like. I don't like what you stand for. None of it. None of it, because I think it's smug. What grown man has a mustache in 2024? That's all I'm asking. The shit's gross. But hey, these guys, they love it. They love it. You were out there. Hey, you have 1 million followers on TikTok? Like, you brag about it all the time. And you're probably making really good money, because my brother makes really good money on TikTok. Maybe you know who he is. If you don't know, Rico knows. But I'm just saying, you probably make really good money. And here's the part. I see you handing out your own money out there to the crowd. What the hell is wrong with this? I thought you guys were the giving crowd. Oh, no, you're the gifting crowd. The grifting crowd. My bad. I got it confused. Gifting and grifting, totally different. I know they were giving out some free Miller Lite or whatever. I saw Pulte all liquored up pretty good. But damn, there's 10 free memberships. There's the gifting crowd. Have you met us? There it is. Yeah, don't worry. I'll give my personal time. I know you won't do it. Hey, you ever thought about doing a live stream? Hey, Ian Carroll, you ever thought about, and I'm not talking about that bullshit you did last. The best parts of it where you were quiet. But Ian, I ask you, man, do a live stream. Go live one day and let's see you talk. And not just, hey, guys, I'm here for the better of the people. But no. Say something factual. You know, I was looking at this company today and I found out that AMC Movie Theaters is one of the worst run companies in America. And we're going to go over their actual earnings today. We're going to do that tonight, right? I already knew that. Additionally, I'm going to prove to you tonight, everyone out there that watches this channel, I'm going to prove to you that we own the float when it comes to GameStop. And when I say we own the float, guys, we own more than the float. I'm so pumped about this shit. If you guys have not seen what we call higher lows, the real attrition of this battle called GameStop, this is where we live. I got a buddy of mine. He goes, yo, Marantz, is GameStop really at 17 today? I said, yeah, it's at 17. He goes, how? It was at $9 2 weeks ago. I said, I know. He goes, what did they do? What did they announce? What happened? I go, what do you mean? What did they announce? Nothing. That's what it was. Of course, when you got a porno stash, bro, Burt Reynolds is embarrassed for you from the grave, homie. I'm just letting you know, Baywatch days are over. I don't know what the Hasselhoff, he's not going to grow a mustache. I don't know who does. Whenever I see a grown man, and I see it quite often, but when I do see a guy with a mustache, right, and not the goatee, just the mustache, I say to myself, oh, this guy likes smelling shit. Yeah, oh no, he likes smelling just his own stinky ass breath or the burrito he just ate. It doesn't matter. But I really ask myself, I said, what lady likes this shit? Like, you lick your lips and you just get that and you're like, no, I'm going to keep that there for later. I mean, I don't know what it is, but the long hair's got me, you've got me triggered, bro. You've got me triggered. But I'm down. I'm down for it all. If you don't know the videos I used to do with Ant-Man, I'm doing the same ones with you right now. I just don't like you because I think you're a fake. I think you're faking it till you make it type style. I think you make videos and you parrot the information you read. I think you read it, you go out and you make an edited video with that info and it's like plagiarism in a way. It's not thoughts of your own. I know that for a fact because I think after you make the videos, you forget everything you've ever said. Like you don't understand what you just talked about. I'm telling you, I've seen this too much. I've been studying creators for a very long time. I say, I don't want to emulate that person. I don't want to be like that person. I want to be myself because I want to be able to retain the info, learn it, and educate myself. It's kind of like the kid who goes to college and takes all those courses, right? And then they never really learn them, but they just took them because they had to take them. But it's kind of like you right now. You're taking these courses on finance, and what's happening with this economy, but yet you're still doing your Diddy videos because you got to go ahead and get the views up. I know you stand for nothing. I get it. Like I do. I know people out there that chase clout. 2 days ago, you just did a Ryan Cohen earnings video as far as like how much he makes as an employee of GameStop and the CEO. You did that video 2 days ago, bro. This shit has been going on for 7 months, and you've been invested with the company for how long? Allegedly. 10 more free memberships for everybody. Listen, I won't let it stand. I just won't. I've torn down everybody out there. Why do you think Matthew Kors walks the fine line? Why do you think Trey Trades is delivering, I don't know, hot steaks at Texas Grill right now? I mean, ask yourself why these dudes don't exist. Why they play in the shadows and why they don't say their real name and what they do and what they come from. Ask yourself, why do they ban people from their channels and block them? You're no different. Hit the block button on Twitter, kid. Ian, I'm telling you now, block me, bro. Because it's like that. I'm like that. I don't say shit. You see me in person, I don't say shit. I promise you, it's like that. And people know exactly what I mean by that. I get heated, bros. I get heated because I'm the only one defending. Now, I know there's Carter's Corner Pocket. That's a YouTuber right there. He's a dedicated dude to GameStop. He's out there, bros. All right, there's Carter's Corner Pocket. There's Dynamite_41. And that's DANAMITE_41. These are YouTubers. There's Tetron Invest. There's Be More, Invest Better. There's people out there, and Be More is B'_MORE. Just type in Be More GameStop. You'll get there. But do you see what you do in life here, Ian? You bring people with you. In life, you build ladders. It's not about how great you become. It's not about how many viewers you get. It's not about the motion and the motive that you're pushing, right? Like I just give you this example. Bill Pulte's is a prime example of this. People always look at his face last night when he said, I put $70,000 into this. And they go, well, when's the next one? Then PP just puts hey, Bill, when's the next one? Remember, PP's raking in on this. But I ask you, did he look like he wanted to do a next one? Who are we going to pay off? I mean, how much did Vivek make for doing a speech there? For that little moment to be there and be ready to go, he had his security with him. The mean-looking dude with the backpack. Somebody's got to pay for all this. But the production, the travel, the stay, it all costs something. And it's costing people their time and their energy. And did you see the speech from the other angle, guys? If you guys have not seen it, it's on our Discord, I believe, or it's on Reddit for sure. The meltdowners are killing this damn thing because it was that bad. But the people look disinterested. They look bored. They look broke. They look like, man, we really aren't getting our money back. Hey, people are handing you $100 bills, guys, in the crowd. People are calling you up on stage to tell you their story. Tell me your story. What's going on? But here's $1,000 to smooth out what? Your losses? I'm going to tell you guys something. Something my dad taught me years ago. And it's stuck in my head forever. I'm going to tell you, okay? I had a friend who we were, well, I'll draw it all the way back. My mom and my wife and my stepdad, there was a whole bunch of us, right? We used to clean out these storage units. And my wife is in property management. She goes, hey, we need to clean out this apartment, this storage unit. There's left over product. We need to get rid of it. So right away, people are looking at like how to get value out of this stuff, right? And people go, hey, man, there's some Dayton rims. I don't know if you guys were born in the 80s and 90s, but Dayton rims were it. Your 64 Impala, they had Dayton rims. Dayton rims are like $3,000 a set. They're worth thousands. There was 3 sets of Dayton rims, guys. Like, we're like, yo, that's $10,000. And it's Christmas time. And I'm like, hey, yo, and your boy, it was 2009. Your boy didn't have much money because, the recession was hitting. And I'm like, yo, we got these Dayton rims. This is God. This is, divine intervention. Do you know what happened? They go, yo, let's call somebody to get rid of these rims. Let's get somebody to get us some money for these rims. I told my wife, I said, baby, we're going to split it. We're going to split it with the person. If they could do the deal, get some money for them, awesome. Let them keep half for doing the deal. We'll get our other half. We're already Christmas shopping in our heads, guys. Homie pulls up, picks up all the rims within hours. I mean, I called him. He was there within 2 hours. Yeah, I got you. I'm going to go get him out. I'll get you half. Don't even sweat it. Appreciate you. Hey, I've known this person for 25 years. Took everything. Never saw him again. Never saw him again until 10 years later, and I had to act like I forgot. But I'm better for it. And he said, well, wait a minute. Marantz, you got. They took you. No, that's not how I see it. You know how I see it? I see it that that's all it cost me. It could have cost me more. It could have cost me more later in life. I could have wasted more time on a friendship. I could have wasted more energy. No. That's all it cost me to find out who you are. It didn't cost me much. That wasn't even my product. I just happened to fall on top of it. It's yours now. God willing. Peace out. Appreciate you. Stay blessed. But that's all it cost me to find out who you are. And that lesson in life has run with me forever. Because my pops used to say, hey, if they burn you for 20, that's all it costs you to find out who they are. Oh, okay. So the rest of my life, I don't have to give them another 20? Yeah, you're good. All right, cool. Now I know what's up. Because there's a lot of giving people out here. There's a lot of people out here who are blessed, who can help out people. My boy Almo is one. I'm telling you right now, Almo, Ruben, Kyoto, they're blessed people. We're like, you know what, man? If I have it, it's off my back. It's yours. Stacks, same way. You know the merit of the man, right? So I'm asking you, Bed Bath & Beyond investors, I'm asking you, supporters of said people, how much do you have to lose to find out the cost of finding out who they are? When are you going to chalk it up and say, you know what? It only cost me $5,000. It only cost me $10,000, but I got to find out who that person is, what they stand for. They're not in the same struggle with me. They're not in this fight with me. They give Michael $10,000 to find a lawyer, guys. They say, go find a lawyer. We're going to give you 10 grand. Bill Pulte does this. Gives him 10 grand. Did Michael hire a lawyer? Took the 10 grand, though. And the rumor, don't let me do it to you, Mike. The rumor is you went to Atlantic City or somewhere and you lost in poker tournaments or something. Or on options, too. Somebody's telling me, I get all these messages. I don't know. I don't care, bro. Your money to lose, and it wasn't even yours that you worked for. But how much does it cost? Ian Carroll, you're a TikToker that talks about hot topics for clicks and interaction. And GameStop just happens to be the flavor of the week. You don't get to just show up on a stage in Atlanta unannounced with people you haven't vetted, people you don't know the story, you don't know what GameStop is. Vivek Vinswamy's over here talking about shit he has no idea. You're at an event that supports whom and what. Doesn't even know who Ryan Cohen is. Has not a clue who Ryan Cohen is. That is embarrassing. Let me tell you, I'm Bill Pulte. I'm $100 million man. I brag to everybody I'm invested with GameStop. This is my approach to everything. This is my platform. I've got a TV show. I've got a hangar. I got a helicopter. I've got the mics with Pulte on them. And you mean to tell me, Billy, that you're best friends with Vivek Vinswamy, that you got him there? That you guys were doing, hey, Vivek, what were we talking about on our way over? Oh, I forgot. What were we saying in the car? What were we saying? Hold on, you flew in on a helicopter. You didn't come over with him, right? Because he was standing on the ground while the helicopter was coming down. Or was it just for show? Did you do it again? Did you catch the helicopter at the medevac spot and come right over the same airstrip? Is that just a photograph helicopter? You know, the ones that take photos? They do a loop and then they land? Because you said you rode in a car with him. But what I'm more baffled about is how you've had numerous conversations with him and your friends, Donald Trump, or your friends with Donald, you want to put it out there. And yet you're explaining yourself on stage, Bill Pulte, to Vivek, as if he doesn't even know you. You know, Vivek, I've made a lot of millions of dollars. You know, I really have, really have. No, I'm not just a trust fund baby. Like, you know, my work, yeah. Like you're trying to prove yourself to someone. But then beyond that, how the hell is that your friend and you haven't talked about Ryan Cohen or GameStop or the reason why you guys are actually there gaggling in the fuck? Because Bed Bath & Beyond was supposed to be saved by Ryan and Ryan sold his shares and left, apparently, allegedly. But baby's coming back. Every conversation is about green dildos and Ryan Cohen. Yet you have to introduce Ryan to all these guys. Hey, Ian Carroll, I'm a freedom fighter. I'm an American. I'm bashful. My very first video was about Ryan Cohen and GameStop 3 years ago. 3-year anniversary of this channel is in 9 days. I apologize. In 9 days is the 3-year anniversary of this channel. My very first video is about Ryan Cohen and GameStop. You finally did one 2 days ago. Don't be the cheerleader of the moment. Because I'll fuck you up. With words, with knowledge, with it all. It's not a threat. It's not that way. I'm just not going to let you sit there and try to portray yourself to be something that you're not. You're not real. You couldn't tell me the earnings report. You can tell me how many shareholders actually hold GameStop. You're going to tell me when we actually prove that we own the float. I'm going to show you tonight. You couldn't name me the board of directors for GameStop. I'm convinced. Who was the former CEO before Ryan Cohen started taking zero pay? Can you name him? Can you name the CFO? Can you name the COO? No? You talk about private equity, but yet you don't name private equity. I've watched every video. I've never seen an Apollo video, a Blackstone video, a Carlyle Group video, Oaktree, Bain and Company, Ares Capital, Pegasus. I've never seen any of them. All you ever Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street. It's too simple what you're doing, kid. Too simple. And you got people fooled. You ain't gonna fool me. All right. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something. Here we go. So let's get at it. Let's do the real shit tonight. All right, guys. First, we're gonna go through GameStop. Second, we'll go through AMC earnings report. I have not heard the Adam Aarons call. I might go through Adam Aarons' whole call tonight. I don't know. I haven't heard it one bit. I didn't want to watch it. I was at work, and then after work, I took a long nap. I am hitting the wall at work physically. Like you, I work my ass off, and I'm no different than you. I'm not better than you. No, I hate that when Tonko goes, "Well, you're the only one who works." No, everyone works hard. Everyone works hard for their family, or they should. But the reason why we're working so hard is I got fucked up. I told you I got beat up by Binks. Binks whooped everybody's ass in the house. Binks can kill everybody in this house if he wanted to. Binks is a vicious animal. My wife turned her back onto Binks while he was having one of his rage moments, and Binks lashed out and attacked and ran her down. Cat-like instincts. He punctured her 3 times, crushed one of her veins, and she had pieces of tooth in her. It was a violent attack. It was absolutely horrific. Blood, hardwood floors, you name it. I showed some of the pictures on TikTok. You guys have seen them. My legs are all jacked up, sure, but people want to point out I got good calves. I wasn't even flexing, homie. I wasn't even flexing. But anyway, it hurt. It hurts to be this type. But no, somebody they asked me. My job asked me to go in tomorrow. I was actually scheduled day off, and I haven't had a day off in 7 days. So this is my 8th day going in a row. I'm exhausted, man, because when you're doing 80 hours in those 8 days, and it's at a high level, it's crazy. It really is. So a lot of emotion lately, and a lot of everything. Certainly with the stock going sky high, that really helped, lighten my day, but it's just very eventful right now. So let's go ahead and get started on the charts. Let's do our thing. So right here, this is GameStop, and I want to point out a couple of things on this chart. Okay, this is the daily chart for GameStop. Obviously, the volume has increased dramatically compared to any time in the recent history of GameStop. So from 2 earnings reports ago, when GameStop busted out of here, right down here where they were at that $11 range, they busted all the way up to 25. You guys know that we talked about it then. Or I'm sorry, 19. Um, all the way up to here, right here, 18, whatever it was. Was that 2? I'm 3 earnings reports ago when I'm doing my numbers. Look at this. So 3 earnings reports ago, we were over here at the $20 range, and before that, it was 25. But as we know, those numbers are they're not in the money right now. We're not trying to get there. It's not going to happen. Why is it not going to happen? Well, we have some suppression. We have some real resistance at 17. But I want to show you the fruits of it and why we should be able to blow past it. I would say tomorrow. But we'll find out together. How about that? So here's what I'm going to show you. So here's the chart. We were down here at 995. Okay, everybody knows that's where everybody was writing us off. Okay, now you see this candle here, this candle here, this candle here, and this candle here. But look at the lower lows. Okay, the higher lows. I'm so sorry. So there's not a day. This candle opens, okay, and closes from here to here. The bottom of that candle is going to be 1096 and some change. But the very next day, 1241, I believe, is the low. 1231 is the low the very next day. But you never go below 1231 the next day. The next day, the low is 1362. Well, guess what? We don't go below 1362 because the next day, the low is 1493. Now, the next day, even though we have a red day, as they tell you, but did we go below 1493? Our low today was 1533. So we're still going up. Even today, we went up 40 cents on the low versus the low of the previous day. What does this matter and why does it matter? It means that we're consolidating. We're getting tight at this level. It's becoming our support, like I told you. Now you'll be able to come on top of this number. And this is where you can have a breakout and a breakthrough. And all it takes is volume. And yes, I'm still tracking that we're about 3% on all short traded shares that are exempt. Remember that whenever you have a 3% on exempt, I tell you to pay attention to it, and I'll show you those numbers as well because we've been going over record-setting volume for GameStop on the exempt trades. And let's go and talk about it. Oh, and shout out to Lottery Stocks. If you know who he is, he's an AMC guy. He's an idiot, but he stole the DD from me. And everybody goes, Marantz, and somebody tried to tell me, Marantz, as long as he's putting out the info and it's accurate and it's correct, we just got to support that. I'm like, no, we don't. Let me explain. He puts a video out and he goes like this. GameStop never had a day higher than 333,000 exempts. And now look at this all-time high, 1.2. And another day again, 721. And I'm just saying to myself, a lottery stock. How do you know that they've never had a day higher than 333 and or a day higher than 1.2 million? That's all I want to know. How'd you figure that out? Did you go look at the last 3 years of every trading day like I did? Or did you just watch my video and take the information without giving me the credit? That's what I'm saying. Like, where's your source? Everybody, where's your source for all the info? I literally sat here and I went through page after page after page after page after, look, I'm clicking after page of every day of analyzing numbers. No, these guys don't do that. They just steal info and DD. We know where the DD comes from. We know who they are. We know who these suckers are. Hey, cancel this. Ian, look at you, bro. Can you get enough of yourself? I'm asking. Is this it? And guys, this is the guy we're talking about, Ian Carroll. So Ian Carroll, I finally watched all your videos. And then right here, this is you 2 days ago. By the way, the interactions weren't so good, huh? 137,000? That's all it was? You're used to 5 million? But these aren't your pinned videos. Your pinned videos are your most viewed videos, but your pinned videos are not things that you actually support. Like you supposedly support GameStop, and you're all about retail, and you're all about DRS, and I'm just like, bro, you can't fool me. You can't fool me. What's the hot topic today? Because if I go and scroll down, you're going to have, look at this, the next thing, Jeff Bezos hates simply one stock. AI and Blackstone. Who's really at war in the Middle East? Oh, the board of directors of BlackRock. Oh, Google. It's whatever is hot for you this week. GameStop's hot. Look at the price. It's taking off. It's crazy. That's why you make your video. That's why you show up to an airplane hangar because they call it some, what was it, Bill Pulte? I have 1 million. Did you get played by Bill? I have 3.2 million followers on Twitter, brother. We're going to be at this event. We want you to come. I'll pay for your flight. I'll pay. I just want to know who paid for the flight and the travel for you, Ian Carroll. Be honest. Who paid for it? Did you? I want to know. Vivek Vinswampy. Who paid for you to show up at the hangar? I want to see the receipts, guys. You see, I'm that guy. Because I'm a firm believer Bill Pulte's trying to buy your affection. I'm just a believer in that. I'm not saying he is. It's just my belief, you know. Hey, by the way, we're still talking BlackRock. I mean, everything is BlackRock, Vanguard, BlackRock, Vanguard. I mean, did you get views on one video with BlackRock and Vanguard one day and you just kept going with it? Meet the men and women behind BlackRock. I mean, how many videos of That's 1.4 million. That's why you did it. Okay, I get it. BlackRock. No. Who owns everything? That's your first video. Let's call it out. Who owns everything? But there was no GameStop, right? But you've been in GameStop, bro. Forever. You told everybody. Let's look at this right here. This is the 10K from GameStop. I want to show you guys something. You know how everybody keeps paying attention to the DRS number? Oh my God, 75.3 million shares on GameStop. That's all they keep telling you. That's not the number I'm paying attention to. The number I'm paying attention to is where they tell you that there are 197,000 record holders. 197,000. Guys, I'm going to take you back to 2021, March. And they report 1,600 record holders. So you mean to tell me they reported 1,600, but we now have 197,000. Can I tell you why? Can I tell you a conspiracy theory? I believe Roaring Kitty. Roaring Kitty says to the Congress, on the Hill, to the Financial Services Committee, he tells them, he says, listen, guys, I didn't make that stock move. That stock moved on its own. It had nothing to do with retail investors and Reddit users. It had nothing to do with us. And everyone believes it did. But right here, it tells you only 1,683 record holders on file. And why is that? Because a record holder could be Fidelity. Fidelity holds all the shares. Whether you have an account with Fidelity, it's all there in one spot. It's not an individual shareholder. But now that you have DRS shareholders, individual ones, now you're getting a raw number. You're getting a raw number north of 190,000 shareholders on record. And there's only 305, well now 306 officially, million shares being held. So when I subtract insider ownership, we're looking at around 270. I'm just going to ballpark it, 270 million shares held by 200,000 people. So how many shares does each person have to hold for you to own the whole float? I'm just asking. I don't know much, but I know I love you. I went and looked at all of it. I looked at every single year. 1,400 shareholders here on record. So of course, when you want to destroy this stock and you want to send it to the ground, it's too easy. 1397 the previous year. This is 2018, 2019. 1383 in 2019. Nobody owned this damn stock. Now it's 190 plus. 190,000 plus. Yeah, it's a problem. GameStop's a problem for the people. I'm going to read the chat. I'm going to hang out with you guys if you have any questions. And we're probably going to end up pulling up the AMC earnings report. I want to go over the numbers myself because you know how I love the company so much. Tinfoil hat at the ready. Me too. He was just exposing those things. I don't get the hate. You don't get the hate, KR? Maybe you missed it. Maybe you missed the video. Maybe you missed yesterday on the stage where he said he was buying Bed Bath & Beyond at 13 cents. That means he was buying it after it filed for bankruptcy. And then he said he supports PP Seats, Jake to Be, Michael. They're all the homies. Everyone on stage. These are all the homies. If you don't know what's happening to people that watch that show and get manipulated by it, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. So get the hate. And if you don't, then you don't belong here. I'm telling you right now, guys, I'm very one track. Hey, you either love me or hate me. I don't give a shit. I don't lose sleep over it. I lost that feeling years ago. Well before YouTube. DRS is great public information. I agree. 200K holders divided by available amount of shares. You can't do it that way, but I hear you. He was exposing Vanguard Black. There's no such thing as exposing them. There's nothing to expose. They own a portion of every single company in the world because they loan out their shares, and that's how they actually make money, loaning out shares. There's nothing to expose. I'm not going to go into the board of directors of those companies and be like, this is what it is. Private equity, now we're talking. Private equity is leveraging and exposing. But BlackRock doesn't have control of them. This is why BlackRock sold their AMC position when they invented Ape. BlackRock sold 42% of all their shares in AMC the day Ape was announced. That's the problem. They know what's about to happen because private equity runs this world. And if you don't know what that is, go watch Connect the Dots. Yeah, you can't. You miss me, right? You can stay on one point about GameStop all day. You can. But when you turn around and you go support Bed Bath & Beyond and that, you lost it, right? I hold both crowd. The same issues I have with AMC. When AMC tells you I'm about retail, I'm about that. No, you're not. Then go buy Cinemark. Because Cinemark didn't do what AMC did. Cinemark didn't give out bonuses during COVID. They didn't go more into debt. They bought their own shares, and they're a profitable company, and they love movies, and they support them. There you go. AMC, private equity, private equity, private equity. 2001 to now, private equity has run that company. That's the difference. Donko, what's good? Ian better block us all. Don't mind me. I'm behind. This is for them little cowboys. Thank you, Donko, for supporting the channel the way you do. That's crazy, bro. I can't be more thankful to you like I always am. The DTCC is one of the record holders at the transfer agent. The rest are individuals. Well, there you go. There you go. DTCC holds everything. So good luck on that. Right, F and right, Amo says. I don't know what Amo said, but I got you. F them all, F them all. Yeah, I'm down with that. This is your daily reminder that you're already a millionaire. The price of the stock just hasn't caught up yet. I'm down with that, roaring titties, because I know exactly what we hold, and I know how we do this. I was a Bed Bath & Beyond idiot. Then Marantz told me the truth behind GameStop. All I can. And you've been buying GameStop all you can. Thanks. Two girls, one scope. Appreciate that, man. You know, if people actually watch Connect the Dots, it was riveting. It was like eye-opening as it happened. Like I was making a video and educating myself more and more on it as I go. And I've never been ashamed to tell anyone. Like I've told everybody, I knew nothing about private equity until Badass Trader, until The Real DMT, until Laser Haas. Until I did that interview. Laser Haas was the CEO of eToys, and I did an interview with him, an impromptu interview. Like, call me, we're going to do it right now, live on the stream. And we talked. And he told me a whole bunch of shit that I had to go look up. And after that, it was like, I'm off and running. But I did it to myself. I enthralled, I just buried myself in private equity and bankruptcy. And every day it was my mission to find out the beginnings, the origins of it and how it happened. I could have just did Connect the Dots and just go, hey, look, this is GameStop, Connect the Dots, this is what happened. But it was like, no, I want the whole story. And that's what like Badass Trader did, right? So Badass Trader did a BBC, right? The Billionaires Boys Club. And he did about Apollo, Josh Harris, and those connections through Adam Aaron and AMC. And he started digging in deep. And I was like, okay, we can read that and we can see that, but that's someone else's work. And I think Badass Trader will be the first guy to tell you guys, I don't take other people's work. I don't take your DD. I do my own, like from scratch, from the bottom of the barrel. So I literally go, okay, I saw what he did, but now who's Josh Harris? Who's Mark Rowan? Who's Leon Black? Where are their origins? And when you find out that Apollo was Drexel Burnham Lambert, I was like, well, shit, let's go look who Drexel is. Let's go look who private equity is from the beginning, from the birth of it. And that's Mike Milken, right? And that's KKR, Henry Kravis and the boys. So when you start doing the due diligence that you're supposed to do, you draw it all the way back. Now we can go forward. And as we go forward with the info, you find out about GNC, you find out about Vitamin Shop, and you find out about, I guess, Bed Bath & Beyond, Kohl's, Macellum, Ancora, and Terra. You find out about everybody that's taking advantage of you, the retail investor. And when you can put the stories together and you can draw the lines together, Ivan Boesky and, Taryn Pizer, all the inside traders from this whole lifetime, you learn that Bernie Madoff is just one man compared to the monopoly that is American economy, right? So I tell you guys this because if you watch Connect the Dots, which I've always told people, even if you watched it one time, you need to watch it again. And I know it's long and tedious, and it might seem, mundane and routine to you, like it's just repetitive. It's not that. There's a new bit of info every single video, and then you see it happen in real time, and that's why I'm telling you, you don't get to come on stage, Ian Carroll, and tell people that you support retail investors and that you want to talk about this movement, yet you just marginalized all their losses, right? You're trying to smooth over what just happened to them. And all I'm saying is, where the fuck were you 2 years ago when the shit was happening? Because allegedly you were invested in it and it was happening to you, but it wasn't going to promote your damn platform and what you were pushing out, the info. So whenever it's opportune for you, the opportunity hits, it strikes. Now it's time to strike. Nah, it's bullshit, man. You got to be a merit of the work you do. That's just it. You got to be there when good times are good and hard times are hard. Like, just say the truth. Just get it out there. This is how I know these guys don't have children. These guys don't have a marriage, or they do, or it's lacking something. Because when you work for someone other than yourself, when you're selfless, okay, this is like a big thing for me, being selfless. It's one of those things. It's where you work for someone else. It's you serve. Right? There's a sense of gratitude and honor when you serve someone, and my wife does it to me every day. My wife, and it's not sexism to say my wife labors over the stove, over food, to provide for her family, to see the smile on your face, and she sacrifices her time and her energy for that. And I think, okay, how can I return the favor? What can I do? I can get in the box, grind it out, go to work, take care of the yard, take care of the house, be physical security. Someone knocks on that door, Mama, I got it. Sit back for a second. Oh shit, it's just your brother. He's here. It doesn't matter. That's my point. And shout out to Ruben again for 10 free memberships for the channel. Appreciate you guys. But my point is being this: until you do something for others and don't expect anything back, you're just a grifter. 3 years on the mic trying to spread the good word. We have more subscribers this week than I've had all month last month. This week alone, more subscribers than I had all month last month. And like and subscribe to the channel is one thing. But I just got a shout out right now to PP Seeds and Bill Pulte. Hey, PP Seeds and Bill Pulte. You guys have spent $150,000 to promote your channel, your brand. And I have the same amount of subscribers as you, and it cost me nothing. Like, that's laughable. Hard work, dedication, selfless service to the nation. Yeah, that's what it cost me. Not you kids. You can't buy it. I already told you. You guys trying to buy it. Bill Pulte's trying to buy a following. Tries to buy it. That's why he came to the channel first. Want to see if he can get some feed here. You weren't gonna get it. If I was hard up on money, if I was a sellout, I'd be like, yeah, Bill. Hey, Bill. Hey, man. Thank you so much for your time, bro. I hope we can meet up again. Yeah, man. And hey, let's do a show, man. Let's do something. Yeah. Bill Pulte invites me to a meet and greet. You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, Bill, you're on your own, Bo. Good luck. And I'm not live streaming that shit on my channel. Like, that's the way it goes down. These guys are using platforms. God made a woman, and a man made a bar. I have no idea what you're saying over there. Pops, you saying some bullshit. I ain't got time for that. Shout out to Dynamite41 who got a free membership, my brother. That means you're going to be able to watch that members only video from yesterday. Oh, I made one. There's a members only video. get at it. No way. It's a lot harder for a company like Bed Bath & Beyond to be successful here in Mexico. Why so well-established companies, just like Amazon and that other one, yeah, the Mecca or whatever shit. I know it's the Amazon of the South of South America, and flea markets with Chinese things. It doesn't go that route, Deuce Paul. Like you got to know, there's a reason why there's not every company that's successful in America in other parts of the world. Other people have the market share. Right? This is why I'm a firm believer. Like movie theaters are kind of done because market share is dwindling compared to like movies are always gonna be around. I get that. Big multi, I want to see them on the big screen. Sure. But tell me, guys, how many of you are going out of your way to watch a random movie? Or will you go, it'll be on Netflix next week. I'll watch it. Next month, I'll watch it. It'll be at home. I'm cool. Got 86-inch TVs at home, guys. They're big. Got surround sound, Sonos speakers. They're big. But I remember growing up, and I was saying to myself, we're going to get out of school early? Think about this. My dad would pick us up out of school early to go watch Rambo 3. I'll never forget it. Rambo 3. What the hell do I want to watch Rambo 3 for? I was just happy I was going to the movies. Pop's just taking me. We're going to go watch it. But I remember watching Stargate. I watched Stargate at the movie theaters on a Saturday. Stargate was one of the best movies out at the time. It was like Kurt Russell and the boys. Was it Kurt Russell or Michael? I didn't know Kurt Russell, I think. I always get Michael Douglas and Kurt Russell confused. Anyway, it was a good movie. Stargate still to this day, that's a good movie for me. It's about, aliens and pyramids and shit, whatever. And there was not a movie out like that before. And I remember going to the movie theater and my teachers were there. My history teacher was there. I remember my English teacher. I was like, yo, this is crazy. My teachers are at the movies trying to get educated on this new movie because people wanted to watch it. It was like the thing you wanted to do. There's not an event like that right now. The Taylor Swift, the Billie Eilish shit you want to go watch, none of that is going to get people in the theaters. That's not how it works. You ever try to get your son to do the things you did growing up? Hey, son, listen, this game is iconic. It's called Tetris. Sit down, start playing. It's just mind-boggling. My son will look at me like, what? I'm trying to play this. He's trying to play, Rainbow Six, Seed Six, whatever, with his boys and with blaring music of whatever, of the next rap battle. It's crazy. Spotify playlist. But that's the world we live in. We live in a world that needs more attention than just, this is why Ian Carroll, this is why you're making 3-minute videos, bro, because the attention span of the children is what you're trying to grasp, not people. The people, I go live, 7 hours and they'll watch the whole damn thing. Try it, Ian. Try to do it. I swear to you, man, you might fall out. You were sitting there in the chair. Hold on. What's going on here? What's going on? Are these guys still talking about nothing? Okay. What am I doing here again? I'm stuck here? Shit, I'm sweating. It's Georgia. Man, fuck. Yeah, there's humidity. Yeah. I'm still the tallest guy on the stage, right? Yeah, okay, cool. There you go. Yeah. Play with my mustache a little bit. Anybody have a rubber band? I need a rubber band. A lot of capital moving away from China to Mexico. Cool. Congrats. Anyway, so man-made. That's ridiculous. Yeah, but what does that have to do with Bed Bath & Beyond going broke in the U.S. and striving to Mexico? How is there Toys R Us here in Qatar and went broke in the U.S.? Seller boxing. That's what happened to Bed Bath & Beyond. Is that what happened to Bed Bath & Beyond? No, Deuce Paul. That's not what happened to Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond had nothing to do with the stock price. I don't know why people pay attention. Like, seller boxing has everything to do with the stock price. And that means that it's an infinite downward spiral. If people don't know, AMC is essentially seller boxing their company right now based off of diluting their float. They have diluted their float to the max. They've borrowed all the cash they can. They're going to try to survive these last 2 quarters. But I think the shareholders and the board of directors and the banks have officially agreed that it's gone down low enough. I mean, they already lost 99.9%. So now they have to start carving out assets or get ready to file for bankruptcy. That's what the cash burn tells me. But I haven't even looked at this sheet yet, and I'm going to do it tonight. How do I get a membership? I want to watch that video. Spuddy McMurph, you can support the channel. It's like $2.99 a month. That's what we do here. And we have a lot of supporters for the channel, but that's how you can get a free one. There you go. Cash in the war chest, profitability, cult-like customer base, bullish. GameStop, yes. Marantz, do you think GameStop could benefit from a small partnership with a television station? No. I don't think anyone needs to partner up with private equity, and that would be mass media, right? I don't think you have to do it that way. I think that Individual platforms have a better chance of surviving than the status quo, right? Than whatever's going on in America, like television stations, for example. Like, I'm just going to tell you right now, whatever institutionalized, you don't have to do it. I have my own YouTube channel. I have my own platform. It's my own business. I started it 3 years ago. I just come out, I crank it out, I do the show every day, and we do anywhere from 1 to 2,000 people watching the live stream on a day, per day. Yeah, I'm no one. Yeah, I have no I don't talk about the topics that are hip and trendy, and I'm not trying to catch, if I was gonna talk sports, guys, I could sit here and have a great opinion on sports, and I'd get so many more views, and I'd go out there, but it's not who I am. I'm not here to be fake and be something I'm not. I have a passion for GameStop. I have a passion for finance. I have a passion for education, but I just talk about my life. That's the difference here. Marantz Rants, guess what? People want to watch what I talk about in my life. Thank you for the 5 free memberships there, Carter's Corner Pocket. Thank you for the channel and the crew. But that's what my channel's been about. My mission on accumulating shares and educating myself on my investments and others. That's what this has been. But while doing it, I battle. I'm real talk. I'm straight talk. I'm all the above. But I'm not gonna go one day and just say, you know what? I got offered $50,000 a month to talk about X, Y, and Z. I don't need it. You guys, I'm telling you, there's people out there that'll go for the bag every time. They will. And hey, if that's what you want me to do, I'll do it. I got offered a lot of money when I first started this. And we've talked about it in the interview. I don't know if you guys ever saw the Pepperwood Salt interview. Pepperwood Salt offered me a lot of money. Said, come on over to my team. We're doing this. He's in logistics. And I know logistics pretty well. And they were doing deliveries for GameStop. And he's like, "Hey, we're partnered up with GameStop. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to be my point man for sales." Now, I'm in a sales background through corporate for a long time, through Gannett, USA Today, Career.com. I was a senior sales executive for recruitment advertising. I sold contracts. I did it all. Made more money than I could ever imagine in my 20s. And I said, "Nah, I work. I just want to go to work. I just want to go to a job, work it, come home, hang out with the wife and kids. That's it. That's me. I'm simple, man. I'm not looking." And I get told this all the time, "Rance, you should be doing something bigger in life. You don't need you're bigger than this." I get told that I got told that today. And I'm like, "Thanks, man." And then somebody watched the channel. Someone watched the channel for the very first time yesterday and said, "Oh my god." They're like, "What is that?" I was like, "Oh, it's my show. I gotta hear something real quick that I said. I'm reviewing it back." They go, "That's your show?" I was like, "Yeah, it's my show." Like, "You should be doing that, like, forever." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks." I was like, "But, I make a lot of money doing my job, so I just wanna work my job, and I just wanna go home and call it a day." I could end YouTube tomorrow, guys. I wouldn't care, but I know a lot of people would be affected. I've reached out and I've touched, over 10,000 people because through all the platforms, through everything, TikTok, Twitter, and of course, YouTube, but if you can have that much impact on a person, then nurture it and understand it and don't abuse it, and don't use it as a weapon. That's what I can tell you. So I've tried to dial back what I do, how I do it, and I have to a point to be respectful to certain groups and peoples out there, and for me to speak incorrectly there, peoples. But I've lived and learned. I'm doing it in front of you. I'm a man. I make mistakes, but the message hasn't changed. The direction hasn't changed, not at all. So I'm happy, man. GameStop is bigger than sports is the reason. uh, Beatrice Ochoa, my brother makes around $50,000 a month on TikTok. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say GameStop's bigger than what they're talking about. Rico he charges $25 a month for his membership fee. I charge two. He charges 25. He has 3,000 paid members for his channel a month. I think I have 200. So to put out all the info I do, all the hours I do, and to make about 400 bucks, I don't think even people understand. I make more than that in a day at work, literally. Like, I just go to work. I don't have to put in the time I put in. But if I don't put in this time, then I don't meet Almo, and I don't meet Ruben, and I don't meet Kyoto, and I don't meet Ravenstown. I don't have what we have without it. My trash wouldn't get thrown. Last night, I got a text from Sharon. Sharon goes, "Don't forget it's trash day." I wake up at 3 in the morning. I read the text and I thank God that I got that text because I would have not thrown my trash. I mean, that's what it is for me, man. I'm just living life in front of you guys. And if there's a following and if there's a mission and if there's value, well, then I'm blessed. Rance, if GameStop were to explode beyond your expectations, would you still be at your current employer? Um, yes, I absolutely love what I do, and my impact. I have about 400 employees, 300, 400 in that range, depending on time of the year. But it's changed my life, really has, in a meaningful way. So I've been able to hire and support and help people get their dreams. It's a dream. It's a dream to own a car. It's a dream to own a house. It's a dream to have investments, and I try to do that at all levels. So no, I wouldn't quit my job. I was asked that question indirectly on the documentary. I don't know if he's going to put it out there. It was from James Danny. James Danny said, "Marantz, if you become a millionaire off your GameStop investment, would you like? What are you going to do? Like, is it time to sell once you hit $1 million?" And I was just like looking at him, I was like, James, like a millionaire, like everyone's worth $1 million, right? Their life's worth $1 million. If you work your whole life, you're gonna make over $1 million. You're gonna put away money. You're gonna have assets. You're gonna have investments. You're gonna be worth more than that. So what makes $1 million the benchmark? What makes that so special? That's why I was like, "What are you doing?" Like, no, you can't. You can't trigger me to say I'm selling tomorrow because I'm already there. I'm already that millionaire, right? I'm already doing the things that are gonna make me that person well beyond this year and the next year and the next year and the next year. And I'm not here to brag to you about my upbringing or what I've done right in life. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm not Bill Pulte. Oh, I've made millions. No, it's not that, guys. Are you kidding? 5 years ago, I was in debt beyond, up to my ears. And we're trying to figure out how we are going to make it. My wife has been through 4 jobs in the last 6 years. Like it's real. It's been real transition. But we stood afloat and we stood together and we made us better. It made us a team. And those are the stories that I'm telling to people. Those are the things. So like when you see people saying, "I'm getting life changing money," it's like, what? There's not a better feeling on this planet than to spend the money and or uh, celebrate accomplishments with the person that you were coming up with. There's not a better feeling. I'm sorry. If you're a business owner or if you're like still with your high school sweetheart, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or if you and your girl had a child at a young age and you remember the struggle of childcare, trying to get to work, trying to feed this baby, and then having another one and not planning that one out. Like you remember the struggle of car seats in the back seat. You remember the heat. You remember the cold. You remember the hunger, the sick nights, all of this. You remember having to call out from work because you can't explain that your kid's sick, but you keep calling out, you're getting in trouble, and maybe you lose the job, and maybe you're stressed about losing that job. I'm not stressed. If I lose a job, guys, I'm telling you, it's like, what's next? It's just life, man. It's life, and the shit you value, that's on you. You value cell phones and Apple watches and shoes, and nah, I don't value any of that. That's not where I'm at. I will wear this hoodie outside. This hoodie shrank in the dryer. The shit is this. Look at this. I'm not even joking with you. I mean, but I still wear. I still go mobbing around town because it says GameStop can't stop, won't stop on the back. It's what I support. It's what I do. I'm not worried about my image. I'm not worried about anything because guess what? I'm just a man. I'm just a human. But I found somebody who likes it. That's the truth of it all, man. Nah, I'm not quitting my job. That's crazy. It's just crazy. Gaming itself is worth more than Hollywood. Yeah. Yeah, the market share is huge on gaming. And that's the laughable part, you know, for there to be sold 140 million consoles of the Switch, and the new Switch is coming out. I wonder how many they're gonna sell, you know? How many are gonna go flying off the shelf at GameStop? And what's their top line revenue gonna be? Like, it's gonna be a crazy number compared to the amount of stores they have, and that's just based off of one console. What happens when the next console comes out and we have supply? Like, they wanna control the supply chain, they wanna control margins, that's one thing. It's like, you can beat all that out by having the customer, by having that customer base, and that's what's happening right now with GameStop. They're growing because you can tell me that the shopper's down, you can tell me top line revenue's down, but what if I told you that you have more than you have more in the bank, you have more transactions. You don't know those numbers yet, and they do. They know what they're doing. It's great seeing you again, Marantz. I've been disconnected from stocks since my tax regime doesn't allow me to invest in stocks, but I still have my DRS shares. Well, that's cool, Deuce Paul. I don't know. I know you're I believe were you in Spain? I can't remember. But I know that it's not just about stocks, right? Like if people want to watch the channel and hang out and learn some stuff, there's a lot more going on here than just GameStop. And you educate yourself on what's happening in the economy, definitely, and that's what I like. Using GameStop to get my AMC back. Covered calls are great. Andre, I read that twice now. You've said that twice. You said it here in the chat, and I believe a comment on one of the videos. Which you're trying to promote is highway robbery, and you're going to lose your money, right? Writing covered calls is not great. Hey, I'll say it to people out there who don't understand what GameStop is. If you believe in a volatile movement, if you believe in a MOAS, right? You're not writing covered calls. That's the first thing. But if you believe in the company forever, buy some shares and sit back. But you guys who constantly have to watch your money, work it, watch it. I mean, you want to put the stress on you? Well, then get ready for when GameStop shoots up 70% again and you're stressing. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Would anyone mind providing a brief summary of what has been going on in GameStop in the past 1 to 2 years? I wouldn't mind one bit. Mr. Paul, here's what's been happening with GameStop. Over the last 2 years, 1 to 2 years, GameStop has transitioned and they've become profitable. They closed out a majority of their stores. They've renegotiated all their debt, their contracts with suppliers and vendors, and logistics and freight. Real estate holdings, they've reviewed it all. And when they clean the deck, they now have a clean balance sheet with a current ratio of 2.11. That is assets versus liabilities of 2x. The best ratio they've ever had in the history of the company, meaning they're proficient. Ryan Cohen is now in charge. He is the CEO, he's the chairman of the board, and he works for free. All of the board of directors are now asked to invest their own money into this company as they are not paid a compensation at all. That's what he wants. That's what Ryan wants. He wants a company where people, the investors, the insiders, invest in something that they can create value from. But that's how you do it. And how do you create value? You work better, you work harder, and you have the right mindset, the right culture. GameStop is transitioning from just being the destination of used games, but the ultimate destination for gaming. And I've seen it. I've seen the transition in leadership. I've seen the transition in presentation and product and brand. So GameStop's doing great. They had a transition over 2 years. They were negative $500 million on profitability 2 years ago. They lost $500 million in operational losses. They now have an operational, well, I'll just say operational profit, $6.7 million. I won't even tell you about the one-timers and adjusted EBITDA and how that number is going to be so much bigger than that. But this year coming up is going to be a true indicator of what GameStop has for years to come. It's just transitional growth, this pragmatic growth where it's slow, it's churning. But 5 years from now, you remember the day where you were buying GameStop for $9 a share and you were excited when it got to 17. But Ryan Cohen will be, head and shoulders above his peers because when you can run a stealthy company, a company that churns and burns and runs right, it can become infinitely profitable because you will start scaling off of that business model, right? So if we shrunk down everything, well, you know what? This is as small as we're going to get. And now we can go the opposite direction. And we're going to use our capital that we've been saving, our 1.2 billion, and we're going to use that smart, right? We're going to be a little bit more smart than the next guy. We're going to get the right deals. We know that we can get the product for this price. We know we can get logistics for this price. Is now you've factored in everything. Now the best part about that is you get to shop it. and you get to shop it, the expansion, while commercial real estate is crashing. And that's happening right now. You're at a standstill on automobiles. You're at a standstill on auto loans. Go look at the dealerships. They're firing and laying off people left and right. I pay attention to recruitment because I'm a recruitment specialist. I've been doing that for years. That was my background. I've been doing recruitment special for 20 years. Right? It's just what I know. It's how I read companies and the economy itself. I told everyone a long time ago, you want to see a recession? Watch 2 million jobs fall off. But the jobs reports still fudge numbers as I see them. But I will tell you, automotive is locked because these interest rates did it to you. It only took so long. The Fed hasn't lowered rates since 2023, over a year ago. And they kept increasing rates, but they've been at a standstill since July of 2023. They have about 3 more meetings before it really hits the fan, but you have election coming up, so ideally they would be coming down with rates. Inflation's still increasing. PCI is there. When you think about consumer price index, right? The CPI, I'm so sorry. The CPI is there and it keeps increasing. And so you're like, well, inflation's really not coming down. Well, this is why we pay attention to macros, right? Macroeconomics. But the geo scene is something different, right? Everyone's going to go out there and be like, well, there's wars across countries and Biden's in charge and he's giving away money. That's nothing to do with this stuff, guys. All you ever have to do is look at the Fed and look at the inaction. That inaction is done on purpose. You see, this is the common shock and awe of the stock market. This is the problem I have, and this is why I talk about it. Because every Fed meeting, when they come out and they go, we're not going to go ahead and we're not increasing rates. Wall Street comes out and pumps the damn market and says, we're having a good time, guys. They're not increasing rates. Yay, we won. And I say to you, hey, jackass, it's still at 5.5. It's still stuck at an all-time high over the last 40 years. You don't want to be at 5.5. But hey, we're not increasing, but we're still maintaining. We're not shrinking it either. But we've held this level for a year now. So over time, things start to break. So what's up right now? Oil. When you think about the CPI number, you're going to look at oil first. You're going to look at your gas price because it's what affects family the fastest, right? You guys think about it. It's all about gas. Everybody will tell you it's gas, gas, gas. I have to fill up my tank. I got to get point A to point B. No, you're looking at it all wrong. It's about gas for the products. Most freight travels via truck or via plane or via something that takes oil. So if you think you're not paying extra for the transit of products, you're not listening to what this economy is telling you. But go look at gas prices right now. They're sky high, sky high. And it's going to stay like that because they'll keep it there for a year to put the pressure on you. It'll crack. Your family will crack. You'll start looking and saying, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I don't have the entertainment dollar this month. I can't celebrate the birthdays the way I used to. You're not going to get a gift card to go to the movies. We're not going to do that. Like you start seeing, we're not buying Jordans, we're buying Pumas. Like you guys figured this out yet? When this economy really cracks back on you, now we're not buying cars. You see, initially it was like, you know what? We still got to buy cars. Doesn't matter if the price goes up. I still need a new one. Okay. Well, that market lasts for about 2 years. But after buying new cars for 2 years and everyone's sitting on their old clunkers, they can't fix them. You can't afford to fix them. They cost too much to fix. And the cars are too expensive to buy brand new. So what happens? People can't make it to work. They get fired. They get laid off. The car salesman, they go from 20 salesmen to 10. Well, 10 dudes can't make their damn mortgage payment now. Now houses are going to get freed up. We got to sell our house. So what happens, guys? I can tell you because I've been looking at it. I have the Zillow app. Go to Zillow. 3 years ago on Zillow, 2 years ago on Zillow, the inventory was zero for a new home. You couldn't find a home for sale anywhere in America. Hell no, they weren't selling homes. They were hanging on to homes because interest rates were rising and they were running. And people were so proud to say, I still own my home in the 3s and the 2s and the 4%. Yeah, you were happy. You were proud. But guess what? They took your 2, 3, and 4% and they now turned it into 5 and 6 by raising the prices of automobile insurance, home insurance. They're killing you at escrow. So now you're paying more. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you buy. Now you're forced to sell. Now you're forced to get out of it because you can't afford the gas you put in it. You can't afford the lights you turn on in your damn house. That's the truth. There's people out here battling to stay alive. And people are living income tax return to income tax return, not paycheck to paycheck. People are getting their income tax and they're going, you know what? I got to make this last for the whole year till I get another one. Have you lived that life before? I have. I've lived that life. But people aren't taking their income tax to the dealership and buying cars like they did in the past. That's where it starts. You want to see the strain, the stress it puts on American families? You're watching it right now. I'm just speaking truth because I've lived through cycles of this shit. I remember being jobless after making $120,000 a year in my 20s, 24 years old, and you're making that kind of money and you have zero to show for it. If I'd have known what I knew now, oh my God, I'd be a millionaire, guys. I remember getting the check for 17 grand for 2 weeks, a 2 week check for 17 grand. And I went like I said, oh shit. I went and cashed it. I cashed the check. Went to the casino, bought the bar, got the hottest hotties, did everything I had to do. What a fool. So if you're 20 years old watching this show, if you're 30 years old and you got a check coming your way, you got a moment in life, sit on it, man. Sit on it. And yeah, buying stock is not buying something. It's investing. You're parking your money, you're putting it away, and you're being disciplined. Because if you put it away in a Fidelity account, if you put it away in a Webull account, put it away in DRS, I don't care how you do it. Well, you put the money away and you don't touch it. You don't have it. You can't spend it. You don't miss it. But when it's time to get back to it and the price goes up and you invested in the right companies and it's all Gucci, right? You'll thank yourself later. If I would have took all that money back in my 20s that I had a really good stretch for 3 years. 24, 25, 26. Best stretch of my life at the time. If I'd have took all that money, I'd be so set right now. But I wouldn't be who I am today. So there is no shoulda, coulda, wouldas here. It's just let's learn from other people's mistakes and let's do the right thing the next time. And this is my next time. And I'm doing the right thing, babe. I've been doing it for a long time. I've been doing the right thing since 2016. I say since 2016 because at that time I thought, I'm starting to make really good money and maybe I can test out this market. And I lost. I lost 75%. More than that. I lost 80% of my investment playing bullshit, playing derivatives, jumping around. Nah. Not watching my money, not paying attention. No, 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 no. That was 8 years ago. I remember. I remember like it was yesterday because I went from 20 grand that I had saved up and I was going to buy a house and I went all the way down to 4 grand and I had to tell my wife. And when you tell your wife, I lost this money, your wife can turn her back on you. She can say, hey, you know what? You're a loser. You messed up. You're this or that. Nah, my wife looked at me and she goes, we'll get it back. Yeah, that's a real one. We'll get it back. All right, baby, let's focus on what we can change. Let's focus on what we can do. And you start grinding. And that's when you really start grinding. And I get happy. I get excited because I did it right in front of you. And if you guys don't remember what it was, I was standing in front of you guys buying GameStop shares. And we've been renting this home that I live in. We were renting it for 2 years. And it's a nice home. We're like, damn, it's our dream home. We're renting it for 2 years from private equity, believe it or not. And they knocked on the door, and they're in disguise. We just want to do an inspection. And they inspected the house with a realtor and a maintenance guy and a construction guy. They were already inspecting the house for resale. But my wife's in the industry, so my wife is like, looking like, why are these people all here doing the inspection? She's like, I've done plenty of inspections. I've never seen this many people. Like, what the hell's going on? My wife just comes out with it. Hey, are you guys trying to sell this house? And this is the time you didn't want a house to sell. This is a pandemic. You're like, what the hell's going on? They're like, yeah. She's like, well, we want to buy it. It was like that. Hey, and they say you want to buy it. You know what they told us? We need to come up with $31,000. $31,000. And we had like 2 months to do it. I looked right at my wife. I said, "We got it. Don't even worry about it. We got this." And she looked at me like I was crazy. "Where are we gonna get 31,000?" I said, "Mama, you don't know what Daddy's been doing. You don't know what I've been doing." But I took that little 4K I had, and I had it. I've been kicking ass and grinding in life, and I was able to buy the house, and I didn't sell one share of GameStop. That's when I knew I was diamond-handed. That's when I knew I was making the sacrifices for GameStop. This was in 2021. You guys were here. And I sold my gym. I sold an extra car. I sold everything I could. And it wasn't because I was trying to buy more shares. It's because I was trying to buy my wife her dream home, our home. That's what I work for, guys. I hope you work for something too. I just tell you my story. That's it. All right. Rance and I are getting old. Esther, I'm not getting old, baby. I'm young as hell. But I'm the realest guy on the internet because I'll tell you my whole life story, and I won't bat an eye at it. We've all made mistakes. We've all done it wrong, and you just get up, you dust yourself off, and you do it again. That's it. All right. So I hope Adam Aaron's about to dust himself off because we're about to go over his damn earnings call. I have to find it because I did not plan for this, but I want to do it. So we'll do it right now. AMC earnings call, is that what it's called? Because everyone's talking about it. AMC earnings quarter 1, 2024. Let's see what we got here. Live earnings call. Shout out to Benzinga for having this call. Let's see what we got. They're not like us. They're not like us. I just want to make that very known. AMC is not like us. Straight up. Why can't I hear it? Let me see. Maybe my speakers are not working? This is the earnings call?
Liquor sales.
There we go.
6 suggested.
No. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it right at the right time. I'm cruising this website.
It was no surprise to most astute observers that the number of major film releases takes no obligation to revise or update any forward-looking statements, whether.
All right, first, we're going to go over this, and I just want to make this very known to everybody. Remember that every time Adam Aaron talks, he's lying, in my opinion. It's an opinion, Adam. But remember that there's a company out there called Cinemark. And Cinemark doesn't have the deficiencies that this company, AMC, has. So we're going to listen to Adam Aaron, what he has to say. He's the CEO of AMC. He lies through his teeth when he tells you that the company is doing great or that it can get through this current downturn for him. I don't see it happening. But I'm going to do something really quick before you do that. I'm prepping something in the background. Let's go check it. I wanted to see if the Cinemark holdings, if their earnings came out already. I thought it did. I thought it was like last week or this week. But we'll find out. Right there, March 10th. There it is, May 10th, May 2nd. So 6 days ago, without a doubt. So let me go look at this really quick because they're in the same industry with the same market share, essentially, a little bit less than what AMC is doing. But let me go look at what they did. They did current assets. They're at 700. They have cash and cash equivalents, 788 million, which is pretty good. Cash burn of around 60 million. Let's see what else they're doing. They have plenty of goodwill, which is awesome. They have their total assets are at 4.7 million, and their total liabilities are at 3.7. So they actually have shareholder equity in excess of, well, after everything's gone. No, I don't like that one. Shareholder equity is going to be 1.2 billion in the positive. Right? AMC's in the negative around $2 billion. Don't let me overstate it. But they look good. This is a good business. Let's see how they did operations-wise. They had cost of operations was there. They actually made a profit. What the hell? Operating profit. They made an operating profit of $17 million. So Cinemark made $17 million this quarter. Phenomenal considering they're in the same environment as AMC. So I want to hear what AMC has to say. While I'm hearing what they have to say, I'm going to go pull up their chart. AMC nonsense. Let's go see what they're doing here. Company search right here. Let's see, AMC. So yeah, so those guys made some money, right? Cinemark made, what did I say it was? 17 million, something like that. We'll just call it 20 million just for the kicks. AMC, let's see if they made any money this quarter. They're in the same environment, same everything. AMC operating loss of $108 million. So they lost $100 million more dollars than Cinemark. Do you understand my dilemma and my problem with AMC? The reason why AMC is always going to lose money is operating costs and expenses of over $1 billion. That is crazy. What is the interest? What are they paying on interest? It tells me depreciation, amortization is way up there at 80 million. Finance and lease obligation. Wow. Oh no, they lost way more than that. I'm so sorry. Interest was $93 million. They lost $163 million. Holy shit. I mean, how do you lose that much? Cinemark, let me go back to you really quick. Don't worry, guys. I'm looking at my own sheet. You guys just looking at me, which is fine. Cinemark lost or made how much money? Maybe they didn't make any. Oh, they did. Cinemark made $24 million. I'm sorry, guys. Less interest. Okay, so $25.3 million Cinemark made. AMC lost $163 million. No way. Hey, guys, I'm telling you, I'm a firm believer AMC is going bankrupt. And I've always said that. But this is the worst run company in the history of America. Or one of the worst. Next to Mullen Automotive and Bed Bath & Beyond.
As a result of new information for future events. On this webcast, we may reference non-GAAP financial measures such as adjusted EBITDA, constant currency, free cash flow, among others. For a full reconciliation of our non-GAAP measures to GAAP results, please see our earnings release posted in the investor relations section of our website earlier this afternoon. After our prepared remarks, there will be a question and answer session. This afternoon's webcast is being recorded and a replay will be available in the investor relations section of our website at amctheaters.com later today. With that, I'll turn the call over to Adam.
Thank you, John. Good afternoon, one and all, and thank you for joining us today.
Oh, this voice.
Against the backdrop of an industry box office that was hampered by Hollywood's strike-induced production delays, AMC once again outperformed. We exceeded Wall Street expectations for total revenues, adjusted EBITDA.
This is such bullshit. Okay, this is a problem that I have with corporate America and Wall Street. They've exceeded projections. Whose projections? Who's projecting numbers for you? When you lose $163 million, Adam, how have you exceeded anything? Did they expect you to lose less? I don't understand. This is the worst. Hey, Marantz, hope all is well. Cool to catch you live tonight. I've been watching everything late at night recently. 51 Share Club. There we go. Dwayne Turner, you know what it is, baby. Appreciate you. So let's keep going. I just want to stop the show for Dwayne Turner. He's my boy. All right. Wish I had found Marantz over 6 months ago, so I would have not lost as much in Mullen and AMC. This is new beginning for me. 51 plus. Let's do it, baby. 51er. Hey, Simon, I really appreciate that, man. That means a lot to me, dude. I'm going to keep doing this. This voice is gross, though. Guys, he's going to paint a pretty picture for, I don't know who.
Net income and diluted earnings per share. It was no surprise to most astute observers that the number of major film releases in the first quarter of 2024 would be greatly reduced because of production delays caused by the 5 months long actors and writers strikes of 2023 in Hollywood. Indeed, we saw that one major studio had its first quarter domestic box office revenues decreased by an astounding 98% compared to the first quarter of 2023. That studio's decline was not because of some strategic shift to streaming or a disinterest by consumers in going to movie theaters. It was solely because they were not able to release new films into the market.
So what does that mean, like to you, Adam, that a studio goes belly up or they don't do anything, but yet another company in their same industry made $25 million. They actually had a $190 million swing off of your number. So what does that tell you? That maybe they're better operators and you're just terrible? Because they're going through the same struggles that you are as far as the vendor's concerned. You know, if we pull away everything, pull away the mask, all the movies in the world, what do you have? What deficiencies does your company have without movies in general? You know, if movies don't exist for Cinemark, they still have $900 million worth of cash in equitable securities. So, and I'm just curious, what do you have when we strip it all away? A mountain full of debt, $4.7 billion, $4.5 billion, over $2 billion of negative shareholder deficit. So I want to know how retained earnings are now approaching $8 billion since you've taken over the company. How is this going to substitute, I guess, the strike? Eliminate every movie ever shown at that movie theater. What do you have left? You have you naked with no clothes on, Emperor.
Due to the actors and writers strikes of midsummer last year. However, at AMC, we were heartened by several important events in the first quarter. First, that moviegoing bounced back in March, which was a considerably stronger month than January or February. Second, that our company's intensive review of the movies coming out later in 2024, 2025, and 2026 suggests, in our view, that very good times are ahead for the movie theater industry.
Yes, they probably are very good times ahead for the movie theater industry. But what the hell's that got to do with you? You just said 2025 and 2026? You're already projecting 3 years out? That's what you expect people to wait and hope on? That, hey, you're going to deliver now? Hey, I remember you in 2021, where you were saying we've diluted enough of this shares, we're going to survive this pandemic. And here comes A Quiet Place Part 2. Here comes Fast and the Furious Part 35. I mean, I remember this stuff. We just don't all live quarter to quarter, or quarter mile to quarter mile. Yeah, I'm just asking myself, Ryan, or Adam, don't get me started. You said that January, February were terrible, but March was great. Okay. How about April? Was April great? Does anybody know how bad April was for the movie theater industry? I want to show you. Quarter 2, baby boy. Down 52%. Guys, you can't recover from 52% down. To ballpark the number, it's $429 million for the month of April at the box office. The last time we saw 429 was somewhere down here in 1997. Just so happens the number one movie that year was Liar, Liar. Adam Aaron, so fitting. You're a liar, liar. The next year in 98, there was a movie called Lost in Space, which you currently are right now. And the next year was The Matrix. Think about it. Iconic movie brought in $458 million for the domestic box office. So DBO is down 50%. How the hell are you going to tell me you're going to make a profit? You're not even going to get close to Super Mario movie. At that time, it came in at $900 million. It helped out that box office for the month of April. What the hell do you think's about to happen over the next 3 years? Your ass can't even get to next month. That is crazy. 429? Here, we'll go to May right now. It's the 10th day of May, or it's not. 1 week into May, and you're at 97,000 after 1 week of May. There's 4 weeks in the goddamn month, kid. What do you think's about to happen? Memorial Day's going to carry you. Oh, I'm so sorry. But you think you're going to get higher than 700? I don't think you're getting higher than 700. But if you did, where does 700 put you? Somewhere in the range of 1999. That was the last time a Russian ballerina rocked your world, Adam Aaron. That's about all you got going for yourself. You're lying to the people even now. But we'll go back to it.
And third, that our company, AMC Entertainment, performed so well in Q1, increasing our market share and continuing to become a more potent and more efficient operator. Notwithstanding a 6% decline in the quarter's North American box office compared to 2023, AMC's total revenue remained broadly in line with the prior year. And our per-patron revenue and per-patron profit continued along their stellar growth trajectory, with all-time first-quarter records achieved on these two metrics in our domestic business. At AMC in the quarter, our total revenue per patron was almost 36% above the pre-pandemic level in Q1 of 2019.
So the pre-pandemic level, you're 30% up. Anybody ever heard of a thing called inflation? Can you tell me what your percentage of increase is, margin, minus inflation, Adam? These are the real numbers. And when you say per patron, what is your decline in your actual occupancy since 2019 to now? 30%? 40%? You're a joke. And or you're joking with this info.
And even more impressive is that our contribution margin per patron, defined as total revenue, less film exhibition costs, and less food and beverage costs, divided by the number of patrons, was almost 44% above pre-pandemic Q1 of 2019. These achievements are thanks to our relentless focus on enhancing the guest experience at our theaters, while at the same time driving efficiency in our operations. Through our resilience, resolve, creativity, and flexibility, AMC continues to adeptly navigate through changing and challenging circumstances. Our surging revenues per patron and surging profit per patron numbers are why at AMC we believe that there's now a path for AMC to achieve the same levels of EBITDA that we enjoyed pre-pandemic.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Does the average investor not know what he's saying? So he comes out, he doesn't say profitability, he says EBITDA. Earnings before interest and taxes and depreciation and amortization. And you're going to tell me that you had like $100 million loss on amortization? Like you really did? Like things are depreciating that bad? Like I don't know how you fraction off your loans, but I'm just telling you, Adam, you make 0 cents right now. You're bragging about being better than broke. See, you were broke in 2019 and you're broke now. Guys, this is a done deal. I don't even want to listen to this whole call. I've got my life to live. I've got things to do. I've got shout outs to give. Shout out right now to Mr. Almo and his son, who is graduating high school, who was at prom last weekend, who is living life and going to join the military. And I'm a huge supporter of it all. You can bring up the pandemic for 3 years after the fact, right? We're already on our 4th year, Adam. Our 4th year past the pandemic. You know, we're going to get a new president soon. I don't know what world you live in, bro. But it's the same world where you shipped off shares to your kids so that they could profit off of the same movement, just like you did. What type of man are you? Opportunistic? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, DRS. As long as the world doesn't exist, right? The same levels of EBITDA. I'm done, guys. Hey, listen, I had a good night with you guys. I have fun. I got to get going. Super chat's over. Appreciate you, Donko. Like I said, appreciate all the support. Tito's in the background. That's why I have to open up the door. He wants to play with me. I got to do dinner. I got to feed the kids. I got to do my life. I got to do me, baby boo. But yes, I just want to promote this and say this right now. I told you, Ian Carroll, you're not like us. Adam Aaron, you're not like us. AMC, you're not like us. The rest of the crew out there, just let them know. They're not like us. Marantz Rantz on YouTube. You know where to find me. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. Peace.
Psst, I see dead people. Mustard on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak though. Man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walk him down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pull on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs and party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pac, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul, I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches, go. The audience not dumb, shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep, I can go further, I promise. Ain't there some B-rest that's for bitchin'? You Malibu most wanted, ain't no love boy, you ball boy, fresh Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes, or over your foe. The other vaginal option, pussy. Nigga better straighten they posture. Got famous all up in content. Might write this for the doctor. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident. I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grow while he was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central. Nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the roll label on me. I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie. Here 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Ay, city is back up. It's a must. We outside. Ay. They not like us. 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 Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You caught Future when you didn't see the club. Like, what? Little baby help you get your lingo up. What? 21 get your false street cred. Thug make you feel like you a slime in your head. Like, what? Quavo said you can be from Northside. What? 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth of the matter. Here was God's plan to show y'all the liar. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV-ho. OV-ho. Say OV-ho. OV-ho. Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way.